Hello guys, this is Tech here and I'm back with another video. This time it's going to be a gaming PC build for my audience that are located in the US. Since this US specific build, I'll be using suppliers based on what PCPartsPicker shows has the lowest price. So I'm doing this because I don't live in America, so I'm not familiar with the best component suppliers, unlike here in the UK where I mostly use Amazon, as it's one of the best ones that has worked for me. This build is going to be priced at around just above $1,000, and it will run pretty much every game at 1080p and get you 60 FPS on ultra settings. It should also be able to handle games at 1440p and 60 FPS as well, but you might have to lower some of the settings down, so you won't be able to max out every game at 1440p, but for the most part you should be able to handle 1440p gaming without a problem. To start the build, we have a processor, and for this I chose the i5 6600K. It's a Skylake quad-core CPU. It's got unlocked multiplier, which means it can be overclocked, and it's on the new 40nm manufacturing process, which will provide better thermals and a higher efficiency. This in turn would mean that you achieve better overclocks than the previous generation. At the moment, its stock clock is 3.5 GHz, but with a good aftermarket cooler, you should be easily able to overclock it above 4 GHz. And for a solid aftermarket CPU cooler, I chose the Be Quiet Pure Rock. It features a 120mm fan that will provide plenty of cooling for high overclock, very quiet operation, which Be Quiet products are known for, and should have no problem overclocking the i5 1600K over 4 GHz, like 4.5 GHz, somewhere in that range. Next we have the motherboard, and for this I chose the MSI Z170 Crate Gaming. This features an LGA 1151 socket, which is what our CPU supports, and it looks great. It's got the white and black aesthetic. It's got the Z170 chipset, which allows us to overclock unlocked processor, and a great VRM solution that will provide a good headroom for overclocking in terms of voltage control. For the memory, I chose the Crucial Ballistic Sport 8GB kit of DDR4 2400MHz memory. This is a 2x4GB kit, which allows for future upgrades up to 16GB or higher, as it leaves 2 available DIMM slots. It is DDR4 as it's the only one supported by a CPU and motherboard. And for storage, I chose the Kingston HyperX Fury 240GB SSD. It's got enough space for operating system and a select few games that you might play the most often. It's got very fast speeds compared to mechanical drives in terms of the OS navigation and boot times, and the fast read speeds should improve loading times of games that are known for having long loading times, like Battlefield 4. For mass storage, I chose the Hitachi Deska 1TB mechanical hard drive. It's not nearly as fast as the SSD, but it will provide a lot more space for a large game library and media. Very reliable and hard drive that should last a while, even though it's mechanical. But the most important component in the gaming PC is the graphics card, and for this build I chose the Gigabyte R9390. I've been suggesting R9390s for the past few builds of mine, as at the moment it's what I consider the best value for money graphics card. It's going to give you the great value for what you pay for, and it's a bit cheaper than the GTX 970, or about the same price in some cases, so it's overall a very good card. It beats out the GTX 970 in terms of price per performance, and has a massive 8GB frame buffer, which means it will handle high textures even at high resolutions like 1440p gaming, and also improved power management over its predecessor, the R9290. It gives better performance per watt. Next we have the case, and for this I chose my all-time favorite case. It's the SXT S340. I use it in my personal system, so I can validate that it's one of the best cases for the money. Great design and solid build quality. It's got a massive side window to show all your components, and excellent cable management with plenty of space behind the motherboard and enough tie down locations for zip ties. PSU shroud that hides all the cables if the PSU is not modular, so you can hide all your cables, and also separates the heat from the main compartment. And lastly we have the power supply, and for this I chose the XFX 550W 80+ bronze certified power supply. Should provide more than enough power to even power a 99390, which is a power hungry card, and allow for moderate overclock. It does use quality components and has a decent efficiency, so it will save you money on your power bill compared to a non-80+ bronze certified power supply. This is it for the build, guys. The total price came up to about $1,037 US as of the release of this video, but I will leave links to PCPartsPicker and all the relevant components in this build in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up as it does help, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.